Hey everyone, my name is Perry and welcome back to the cassette phase. So we have a first on the channel today. We've got viewer mail. That's right, good friend of the channel Joe reached out to me a few weeks back and said, hey, I've got this VHS tape full of old commercials that I don't really watch anymore. Would you be interested? So I said, of course, thank you. That is right up my alley. So we went back and forth through email a little bit, and he ended up sending me this box of vintage goodness. So I figured we would open it together here on the channel and see what we've got. Now, first of all, this box is pretty heavy. And I asked Joe, hey, can I reimburse you for the shipping at least? And he said, no, don't worry about it. But I did find out through our emails back and forth that he has a pretty awesome collection himself. And a really cool eBay store. And the name of that store is Amazing Toys We Grew Up On. I'm going to put all of the information about that eBay shop in the video description. Because Joe is one of us, right? He likes a lot of the same stuff that we like. And he's just an all-around nice guy. So if you're looking to grow your own collection, I would highly recommend checking out his eBay store. And while I'm on the subject of friends of the channel, Smash Ventura actually ran a cassette phase promo on his most recent episode. That is much appreciated, man. You do such great work, so thank you. I'm going to put a link to that video in the description as well. But for today, let's open this thing up and see what we've got. And if you're as excited as I am about this first in our growing little community here, come hang out. Okay, so all I've done is cut the tape on the box. So let's go ahead and open it up. This is really well packaged. Definitely packed with care. Okay, so first up, nice. Okay, so Joe was able to find a VHS tape that I did not have in the storage closet, and one that I've actually been looking for quite a while, honestly, and that's Daryl. I don't know if you can see that, but what we're probably going to do, guys, is take a quick look at everything here, and then I might take it over to the rug and give you a closer look. But awesome. I can't wait to pop that in and watch that. Okay, next up, let's see. Looks like we got a stack of comic books here, which is always appreciated. Oh man, there are some great ones here. So we've got G.I. Joe. Oh, I see an Ultimate Warrior Game Boy ad on the back of this one. Oh, maybe it's just the ad. Oh yeah. That may even be frame worthy right there. I remember seeing this ad several times in some of the comics that I was reading as a kid. Very cool. Never played that Game Boy game though. Is it good? Huh. Awesome. Oh, and looks like we've got another set of ads here for, oh wow. The artwork on these is just so cool. We've got Mask. Great toy line. Also, we've got RoboCop 2. And again, I'll give you a closer look over at the rug here. All right, one of my favorite cartoons of the whole 80s decade in comic book form here, Thundercats. This will absolutely be read and cherished, so thank you. And this looks like a trade paperback collection of the first Marvel Star Wars comic collection. And I don't have many of these, and I honestly haven't read them. And I am a big Star Wars fan, so I'm looking forward to diving into this as well. This looks like this collects at least 5 or 6 issues. Awesome. Thank you. right, what do we have here? Oh, wow. Here we have a vintage tool set. And this immediately makes me think of, and I've mentioned this before on the channel, but like, you know, you're going to the grocery store with your parents, or maybe like the drugstore, like a Walgreens or an Eckerd, and you're like asking, can I get a toy today? Can I get a prize? And they're like, okay, well, just make sure it's cheap and inexpensive, under $1 or $2. And these are some of the kinds of things you would come home with. And that's just so cool. The packaging on this, so nostalgic. Thank you. All right, looks like we've got a jigsaw puzzle here. I think I might know what it is, but I can't quite tell, which just means I'll have to put it together. Who doesn't love putting together a vintage jigsaw puzzle, honestly? I think it might be Smurfs. Yeah, if I had to guess, but we'll definitely find out for sure. Okay, now Joe had warned me to be careful with the items that are in this pink tube, so I'm going to be really careful opening this up. Okay, so here we have, oh wow, a Kmart pharmacy department ruler, and it's like that translucent plastic. Almost looks like an old like promo, like school supply. Wow, with the old Kmart logo on it. That is awesome. And don't worry, I'm putting that in a safe place. All right, let's take this out carefully, see what we got. Set this box down for just a second here. Looks like we have several newspaper print ads. Wow. Including, and I'm going to have to show these to you on the rug, it'll just be easier. But I've got a Raiders of the Lost Ark one here, Harrison Ford. Oh wow. We've got some Close Encounters of the Third Kind, like articles. And I love that movie. It's amazing to me that stuff like this still exists, that people had the foresight to, you know, to preserve this kind of stuff. Otherwise it would have just been gone forever, and I love that. Oh wow. And just some more like really awesome vintage newspaper article type stuff that I'll have to show you guys. But one of them is a Dukes of Hazzard fold-out poster. Amazing, amazing stuff. And we're just getting started. There is still a lot of stuff in here, so let's keep going. All right, we've got another VHS tape, which is perfect. We are the cassette phase after all. And this is awesome, Iron Eagle 3. I have Iron Eagle 2, as Joe probably saw in my VHS tour. And I have an old taped off a TV copy of Iron Eagle 1, but I do not have part 3, so I'm excited to watch that. All right, we've got more vintage toy type stuff here. We've got an old travel game. Trying to get it without the glare. Making faces. Oh, this is one of those magnetic, like with the little metal shavings, where you have the magnet and you make faces with it. I remember these. How cool. Oh, we've got another pin back button. May the force be with you. Love that. I'll definitely find a good place for that. Oh man, what do we have here? Wow, you sent me a Tiger Electronics handheld game. What 80s and 90s kid didn't have some version of this. We've got Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Tiger Electronics handheld game. That is awesome. Okay, now he had mentioned this, that he'd probably be sending something like this, and I'm really excited because when I used to go to the zoo as a kid, you know, you could put your money in one of those old like molding machines, I guess, and it would spit out like a wax sculpted animal. That's what I've got here is an elephant from one of those machines. Does anyone else remember doing that at the zoo when you were a kid? That's so cool. Love that. Oh wow, looks like we've got... Alright, we've got another Stomper. If you remember my story about the Stomper that I lost and then eventually got back again, the little orange truck, well, I've got another version here. How awesome is that? That's going to look great next to the other one. Thank you. Alright, and this may be the one item I was expecting to get, which started this whole thing. You've gone way above and beyond, really, like you didn't have to. We've got a VHS tape that says Gen X TV, Magilla Gorilla, and Felix. I assume that's Felix the cat. But I can't wait to put this in and see what's on there. In fact, that's probably something that we're going to do here on the channel, either at the end of this video or maybe in its own whole separate video. We'll do like a reaction to whatever is on this tape. And just more vintage stuff. You know, I love old vintage packaging from the 80s and the 90s and merchandise and just miscellaneous things that take you back. Something like Garfield tissues, for example. Amazing. And then I've got Mr. Magoo Jokes and Riddles. Over 130 jokes. I actually really like the Mr. Magoo Christmas special. Has anyone seen that one? It's one of my favorites. Alright, we've got a Volume 8 commemorative DVD from Warner Brothers celebrating 50 years of the best shows on TV. And I can tell just by looking at this that there are some great shows on this. So I'll be excited to see which episodes they included. Alright, we've got another bubble wrap encased VHS tape here. Oh, I love this. And I think this was the main tape that started our whole back and forth. This is called These Important Messages, Commercials of the 80s. And this looks like there's a lot of stuff on here. So we'll definitely have to do like a reaction video where we watch this together and see what's on there. That'll be fun. Still a couple more items, bear with me. Everything's packaged so well that I might actually edit some of the me struggling to get the tape off, things like that, or I might not. I might leave it in, we'll see. Oh, this is awesome. This is fantastic. We've got a Cookie Monster like Matchbox truck, and this is heavy. Like, this is substantial. This is, you know, it's metal, solid, sturdy. Looks like 1983 is the year on here. Love that. That's definitely going to find a place on the shelf. As will this. The Kool-Aid Man PVC, the weightlifting one, which I do not have. As you may have noticed in the room tour, I've got the tennis player and I've got the basketball player, but I did not have this guy. I think this might have been the last one, I'm not sure. So you may have just completed a line for me, Joe. I appreciate that. And I think that's it, except for one little piece of paper memorabilia here. We've got a Viewmaster mail order form. And this looks like it's pretty old. Remember Viewmasters? And this is an actual mail order form where I bet you could probably order the Viewmaster itself along with some of the reels. You know, all the different reels you can get with the different characters and shows and things. Yep, that's exactly what this is. Love that, very cool. Great, great stuff. Okay guys, welcome to the rug, where I want to do just a little pan here of the contents of that extremely thoughtful and extremely appreciated box of vintage goodness. All of this stuff will find a great home here in the den, I can assure you of that. And I really appreciate you all hanging out and you know, letting me open this up for you here and go through everything. Like I said, we're going to do a full reaction video to the commercials tape and watch that together and see what's there. See what kind of surprises we find. And there we are. So I just want to say that I really appreciate everyone who watches and comments. It's a small community here, but we have a lot of fun talking about all things nostalgia, as you all know. So I hope you enjoyed the channel's first ever unboxing video. And if you did, consider subscribing. But for now, and as always, relax, enjoy life, and be kind. We'll see you in the next one.